change the song.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for a good song.
Alright, so I woke up today at like 6 o'clock. My alarm went off. Nairo was still sleeping, you know. Nairo usually sleeps throughout the day, but obviously he had definitely the biggest excuse. Nairo arrived yesterday. Thanks, Nate the Great, for the follow. Actually, I never checked if... Oh no, OBS is fine. I guess that only happens when I put music on. I never had to like adjust it today. Alright, but yeah, Nairo did win Xanadu yesterday and got home 20 minutes before going to school and then went straight to school. I don't think he slept at school, so he had every right to sleep after coming home from school.
And he still won the tournament today. What an asshole. Why is he so good?
Yeah, and he's not even like asleep right now. He's just like on the computer on Twitter right now. Alright, so... Yeah, I woke him up. I was like, hey, are you going to Smash Forever? I just hit up Shippo for a ride. And Shippo said that Keitaro was actually nearby. You can pick us up for $3 each. And I was like, Nairo, get ready if you're going to go. Nairo did get ready, so me and Nairo went, brought a setup. And I'd never been to Smash Forever, so I wasn't sure how they were on setup. So I brought a setup.
Average.
Yeah.
They are average.
We got there, Keitaro picked us up, had a good talk with him. We actually went to Micro Center first. He had to look for a 100-foot Ethernet cable, because, you know,
okay.
We got there, immediately wanted to play casuals, and I think I noticed, I don't know if it was just a person or anything, but took casuals mad seriously. Like, I started off with Wii Fit Trainer, beat his Pac-Man, then like went Little Mac, beat all his characters, like Meta Knight, and he was just like
go random, bro.
Yeah, no, he was just like hitting his like knee and stuff like and I'm like, yo, relax, like
maybe he didn't know who you were.
Yeah, no,
You're a random guy to him.
He did go up to me. He was just like, yo, that guy Ribs is really good, and then you know I'm just a Wii Fit Trainer player. You know, Wii Fit Trainer is considered really bad. And then the tournament did start really soon after that, so they called it up. Immediately, the first thing they announced was Shippo versus me for the live stream. So I was like, okay. And then like people were like poking fun at RJ, like, yo man, you put in the Little Mac player against the Sheik, that's fucked up. And I was just like, you know, I play other characters, and definitely the last thing on my mind was picking Little Mac, because everyone talks about how bad that matchup is, and we'll get to that very soon.
Fall into that peer pressure, I gotta say.
Yeah. We sit down, and you know, I talk with Zuko a lot about the Sheik matchup. And I've always felt you need a fast character to keep up with her, and maybe someone that can like gimp her and stuff. So obviously, out of my 3 characters, Meta Knight covers that the most. So I picked Meta Knight. And first thing I noticed, I have been playing a lot online, and I only played like 5 casuals before that. So a little thing I like to do is like jump and like fast fall, just kind of like a hop, 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 and it was very sluggish. So there was a lot of like air dodging to the ground instead of like short hop fast fall shield that I like to do. So that obviously against Sheik is really, really bad, and he covered a lot of my rolls well. So
sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
It's cool. So I got 2 stocked very convincingly, Sheik versus Meta Knight. So I was just like, okay, I don't want to do that again, and I don't think Wii Fit Trainer will do that well. Obviously I could win off matchup and experience, but I do need speed. So I was like, screw it, you know, what do I have to lose? Because, you know, when you're a new player, and I am technically a new player in the sense that this is my first tournament, there shouldn't be any pressure on you because you have nothing to prove. So I had nothing to prove. I didn't care if I had lost to Shippo. Obviously, I would like to see win. But anyways, I picked Little Mac, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're fucked, bro.
Yeah, Little Mac with Sheik is considered bad, fair off stage, whatever. But I know, I always felt like that I won the up-close game with that, so... I did very well, and I won. I do think it might have been like a high % situation.
Alright, let's change the song. Go to Pokemon.
Okay.
Kalos League. Go to Route 10. That's a good song.
Which Pokemon?
Pokemon, the Kalos League one that changes.
Oh.
The horrible stage.
Route what?
Route 10. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Mad chill.
So I won game 2. Surprised, I guess, everyone. And then I don't know what I banned. It might have been like Duck Hunt. So he picked Battlefield, which I feel like Duck Hunt wouldn't be that bad, just because I don't think, aside from Orion, there's like no one here that's patient enough to stay there the entire time. Like everyone cracks under pressure, man. So he took me to Battlefield, and I was just, that's a good Sheik stage. What was I thinking banning Duck Hunt? But he didn't really abuse it. Actually, you know what? That wasn't much of a match. He SD'd both his stocks, and you know it was unfortunate. But you know that happens. You crack under pressure. Maybe he felt that he had something to prove. He's been going to tournament since day one. I just show up. So, you know, maybe a lot of different factors. But the fact is, he SD'd twice, and that was the end of that. You know, we shook hands afterwards. It was fine, whatever. And, you know, good stuff to him. Like, you know, Shippo in Brawl, he was always, like, you know, the butt of the joke. He was a Lucario player, and, you know, everyone thought he was a free win. And maybe, like, Lucario just wasn't his style. But, like, Sheik fits him well. He was getting... He was doing things correctly. He was using grenade like very questionably, so I guess like in normal Shippo style, he's trying everything out. Just like in Brawl, he went for Lucario's up smash a lot, which is something Lucario players should never do. So you know, he used tried to use everything in Sheik's repertoire. But it seemed like a character that fit him well, and you know later on in the tournament he did beat Keitaro, so you know he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was surprised at that.
So then Nairo was up on stream next. Forgot how he played. Oh, actually, it was Inferno.
Inferno.
Yeah. And then
Is
after
that
that,
the guy who used to live around here?
yeah, he's a Mario player. Really nice guy.
Yeah. Yes.
But then after that was me again on stream. So I was like, yo, this is like the ksizzle and Nairo family stream. Like I thought my mom would be on next. So
No one else to show yet.
yeah. Think the guy's name is Dagoon.
It was a Fox player. I don't remember
yeah.
his name.
Now I'd really if Wolf is in the chat, you know, you're like my only Wolf Fox practice ever. So keep in mind, guys, I'm still like learning. It's a gigantic learning experience. I'm really mostly played to learn today because, you know, like I can't just play to win, go blind. And it's just a weekly. It wasn't Apex or anything. So I was definitely learning as much as I can. And that was the first Fox I'd ever played offline. And I noticed right from the get-go, I was like, yo, this character is mad heavy. I can down tilt him till like 40%, like holy crap. So I was doing a lot of down tilt, and then I would like F smash and he would be able to block. And I'm like, that means that I can keep going for more down tilts. So I just kept going, and you know, I'm very good at predicting side Bs and recoveries of that sort. So I never felt underway. It was under pressure. It was very relaxed. Nothing to be afraid of there. And that was a swift 2-0 with Little Mac. Didn't consider going any of my other characters from then on. So I was feeling good at that point. Then they announced me versus Icon / Angel Cortez, everyone's favorite shit talker from very recently. And game 1, Little Mac versus Diddy Kong. I won. You know, it just seemed like a normal match. I outplayed him. There wasn't any SDs or anything stupid like that. Game 2 took me to FD. I had banned, what did I ban? Might have been Battlefield. And he SD'd, kind of. Well, I was at kill percent at 140% first stock, and he was off stage and recovered with up B, but he crashed into the stage. So he died, but the explosion killed me. So
Yeah,
we were
like,
reset back to
that's the
0.
Cortez special.
And I was like, yo, we take those. But then he outplayed me well on the second stock. And then I felt like I wasn't fast enough to keep up with him and how fast he was throwing out his moves. And I felt like I could have if I went Meta Knight. So, you know, he was very good at capitalizing for my jumps. So one thing I like to do with Meta Knight a lot is utilize my jumps. Jump as many times as I can. And the moment I see an opportunity for maybe they're like, okay, he's going to land now, let me start charging up smash. That's when I still have like 2 more jumps. I can hover and punish. But he was very patient. He had a banana in his hand and he'd let me run out with my 6 jumps, and then it'd be like, fuck, he's not falling for it. So he was very good at covering my landings. He was very good in the neutral game. He was very good at like setting up traps to cover all of my get up options. So he'd have banana there. He'd be ready for the jump. If I were to roll on stage, a banana would stop me. So it was. I got outplayed. I think I took him to like around 50% last stock, and then I could have won. I think it was like 70%, and I did a pivot F smash, but I charged it for too long, so he was able to power shield it. We were at the edge of the stage, so if I connected with that, I was at 130%. I think I would have won with Rage. But yeah, that was a good match. Went to losers. Immediately played Rapture.
Waiting on. Oh, right.
Yeah, he was. He went up. Actually, I was waiting on Inferno and Rapture. Rapture won. I saw him win with Little Mac. I wasn't sure if he even still played Little Mac, so I was like, all right, cool. He still plays Little Mac. So we played. He stuck with Little Mac, and I went Meta Knight because I don't know if he played any other characters, but I was like, all right, I know that Meta Knight bodies Little Mac, so I'm gonna do that. And he actually did surprisingly well. He was doing like, it seemed like he had experience in the match just because some of the things we're doing were perfectly working on little Meta Knight's like weight and like how his size goes. So doing like down tilt to side Bs and things like that. But you know, I play both characters, Meta Knight, Little Mac. I've always felt that that matchup is difficult for Little Mac, so I won that swiftly, and he took his stock off me. And then game 2, I was like, I think I would be comfortable in the mirror, so I switched to Little Mac. I think he went back to Smashville, and that was a very quick match. I would always think Little Mac mirrors are very fast, because one of them will get the kill. If they're smart enough, they'll go for the KO punch, which is what happened. I took the first stock off. I was about one little arrow away from the KO punch. I got him with like an up throw or something, up throw tech, and he landed. He countered while he was like at like 10%, and I waited out the counter, down tilt, KO punch. That was it. After that, I had to wait on the winner of Shippo and Kitaro. And Shippo beat Kitaro, which I was surprised. Kitaro was talking about how he was very used to customs because he just came from Chicago and they were playing customs there and he was having a lot of fun. And he was very thrown off by this tournament. So he didn't want to pick Diddy Kong. He couldn't pick me Brawler because he doesn't like 1111. So he picked the Link game 1, lost, then picked Falco game 2, won, and then lost with Falco game 3. And I told Shippo to stay there because we're playing again. And I went Little Mac, no fear. I won game 1, very good, outplayed him. And game 2, I killed him very quickly. I was hitting him with everything, and then I F-smashed him at the edge at like 60% and he died. And then he SD'd game 2, stock 2. So, again, we lost our last match. Like, it seems like I still haven't had a last match with Shippo because he just keeps SDing. And, you know, it's a shame. But something he needs to work on. I don't really know the inputs that he keeps putting in. Like, I don't know the inputs for Sheik. Is side B the grenade or side B is the bouncing fish?
Side B is the grenade.
Yeah,
but
so he
if
keeps
you're
like
side Bing with Sheik, then that's kind of just like your fault.
Yeah, so
like,
I don't know.
You don't have like an excuse. You just have to like know your buttons.
It keeps like it looks like he keeps trying to bouncing fish back to the stage, but the grenades keep coming out. So I won that 2-0, ported it to RJ. I think at this point I'm guaranteed 5th. And they announced me versus Ribs, so that's for the live stream. So if you guys were watching that, then you should have seen me play Ribs. I've never played an S before, had no idea what to expect. Though I think I was talking to like Max and Zuko about it. Like, if I fight an S, who should I go? And it just seemed like all 3 of my characters were very bad decisions. But you know, I don't have really anything else. So I started off with Little Mac just because I've been doing very well with Little Mac all day. And I immediately, like, kind of SD/gimp, get gimped. At 4%, I think he hit me with something. And I was still in hit stun, but I was, like, passing the ledge like that. I thought I was out of the hit stun. I looked fine, and I didn't grab the ledge. I reacted too fast, and then, too slow. And then I up-B'd. I was just out of reach, so I died there at, like, 4%. I was like, alright, I shook it off. I tried to play as well as I could for the second stock, but I think I only hit him, like, 50%, and then he was able to kill me. So I was like, okay, that didn't work. I had completely forgotten that I had SD'd. I was just more thinking about that second stock, so maybe trying Little Mac again would have worked, but I hadn't tried Wii Fit Trainer out yet, so I wanted to, like, guess jank him. Maybe no one knows the matchup, and I think I'm formidable with her. So
I don't think that character is janky enough to do that.
Yeah, I definitely wish I had customs with that. But, you know, it was vanilla Wii Fit Trainer, and I think I did fine. I think I took him to 50% last stock. But then he got me with some good reads off the ledge with like back air. So good stuff to him. And that was it. That was the end of my run. So there was 23 entrants and I took 5th. And, you know, my very first tournament Smash 4. So I think I did fine. And
wasn't good enough. Nope.
Definitely was not good enough. So
should have gotten first, bro.
Mad hard body. You know, it would have been interesting if I ended up meeting with Nairo. We were completely separate. I actually ended up getting the very last seed. So that means that, Nairo would have been 1, and then I would have been all the way at the end. But yeah,
that's fair though.
Yeah, it's fair. I told him, I was like, that's how it should be. You shouldn't seed someone just because they were good in the previous iteration or something. And even then, so I was inactive in the last 4 years of the previous iteration. So no excuse. So I was like, that's fine. And I got 5th. Believe I tied with, I don't know. I think Riz got 4th, Ribs got 1st. I mean, not 3rd. Nairo got 1st, and Icon got 2nd. No one call him Angel, guys.
Who was the other player?
Yeah, so who could it have been?
I don't know. Those are like all the. Well, now you sound like an asshole if I say like. It's not Keitaro. Was it the Fox? Probably not.
Hey, Gifis. Yeah, this is mad impromptu. It was just a reflection. I think I'm gonna do this regularly. I always liked, maybe you should do a reflection video to see people's thoughts, see, get into their head and how they were feeling the tournament, how they were keeping their composure, what they feel they did wrong, what they are gonna do next time. Or, you could be like Nair, like, I fucked everyone up at the end, and then close the stream.
RJ got 5th.
Oh, yeah, RJ did. Yeah, I remember. He made it to semis. He beat Keitaro and, like, some other guy, so,
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I was going to say before I got to that doing this kind of stream when I go to tournament probably won't happen, because I live a million miles away from everything. But it's cool that you plan to do these more often. Will be probably interesting. So long as I can stay steady. I don't know, I think it's just a cool thing to just talk about what's been going on with the tournament. Because not a lot of people do this. Usually kind of just like have to message them on Facebook. It's like, yeah, it was a good tournament.
Yeah.
That's what you'll hear. Yeah, I won. Yeah, I bodied.
I definitely want to. I want you guys to be a part of, like, this life, the Smash life, at the very least. So I'm definitely always going to keep you guys updated with this part. So as far as I know, my next tournament will definitely be the next Smash Forever, but I might be able to enter singles at Collision this Saturday. It depends.
Maybe.
I do work Friday night into Saturday morning, so I'm someone that definitely needs their sleep. There's people like Nairo that can go stay up for like 40 hours. Nairo's literally entered 2 tournaments and barely slept. And he can work off the day like that. I need like 6-7 hours of sleep, otherwise I'm a zombie. So working Friday night to Saturday morning, get home like at 7:30, 8 o'clock, sleep for like 6-7 hours. By the time I wake up, doubles is over, which is a shame because doubles has already started, and doubles is fun, and I'm definitely very anxious for the day that me and Zuko can actually team. But we
ain't ready for that yet,
dog. Like, we are, man.
Dog. We are who we are, but I don't think we're ready yet.
We're ready, bro. So, yeah, I just, rooted on Nairo for the rest of the tournament, and I didn't play casuals. I just, talked to Rapture. I kept calling him VVV Rapture, to his dismay. And I just hung around. RJ, I talked to him about Yu-Gi-Oh!, like, how the game... But, yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed my, not seen array of characters. Not very well seen. And
you talking about? You going for glory? You see Mac all the time.
You do see Mac.